Hello everyone, welcome to day 2 of our, 11 days of remembrance, we might as well call it here. I'm Nick Nielsen, of course, along with Craig Bird, the curator of the Southeast Military Museum. And Craig, today we're talking about this thing behind us called a PIAT.
That's right. Yeah, it's the acronym for the actual name. It's a Projector Infantry Anti-Tank. It is basically the predecessor to the bazooka.
Okay.
Before they had that rocket technology. That's what they used to take out light and heavy anti-armor, so tanks, half-tracks, and that sort of thing.
Okay, so this one here, where does this one come from?
This one is actually out of my own collection. I ended up collecting it over the years and brought it down for the museum. There's not a lot of them that were saved after the war. They were only in service during the war and just slightly after, and then rocket technology came about and bazookas then replaced the PIAT. The big problem with this, as you can see, it's got the bomb that's out the front, but it's what we call a projector mortar. So it has a spring-loaded rod inside of it that actually propels the bomb forward and hits a little charge in here to launch it. Only about 250 to 350 meters, so not a big distance. So you had to get fairly close with these things to be able to fire them. And the other issue with it is there's a spring mechanism in the body that has 200 pounds of tension in it. So it was a little bit of an ordeal to be able to cock it.
No kidding.
To get it ready for firing. So it wasn't really that popular with the troops because you had to get that close, and then to cock the weapon and fire it again, It was a little bit of an ordeal.
No kidding. So with this one here, what's the history behind this one? Do we know where this came from?
Well, this one ended up coming out of the US. I was able to import it back into Canada, and other than that, I'm not sure where it was used. A lot of them after the war were surplused off and went all over the place. So unfortunately, a little bit of that history is lost. But it is an interesting piece of equipment because there's, a VC winner out in BC, Smokey Smith, actually used that and was awarded the Victoria Cross for his actions in Italy using that to disable armored vehicles and some tanks. So it took a really big set of you-know-whats to be able to aim and fire that and get that close to enemy fire to be able to use it. And there's a few stories during the war of guys using this very successfully, but again, you had to get very close and up and personal with the enemy to be able to use it effectively. So.
Absolutely. Well, a very unique weapon here that we have hit the Southeast Military Museum. One that's not very common anymore these days, so if you want to check it out, contact Craig. He'll gladly give you a tour of the Southeast Military Museum.